Welcome to the Boxing Bookie. We are back. It's good to be back. Got a good one for you guys today. We're gonna get into a lot of stuff, a lot of odds, a lot of fights. I have an echo in the back here somewhere. Here it is. All right. This is a good question. Have you read Richard Dwyer's book, How to Bet on Boxing? No, I haven't. I like Richard Dwyer. I used to listen to him a lot. I haven't. I like this. I like this idea. I have. I didn't even know he had a book. I'm definitely gonna read that, Rambler. Hang on. I'm gonna look into that. I appreciate that. No, I'm definitely looking into that. All right. Let me start the show, guys. So please like, share, and subscribe. Follow 3D Boxing blog, and all forms of social media. The Boxing Bookie comes at you for every single major fight, so you how to consistently make money betting on the sport of boxing. The bookies, the odds makers, they don't know what they're doing. I do. I'm going to show you how to consistently make money betting on the sport. So join the Patreon. Link is in the description. It's also in that little ticket below. I've got a pin in the chat. Just $5 a month gets you the absolute best gambling advice anywhere in the known boxing universe. It's just $5 a month gets you the absolute best gambling advice. It gets you the lock of the week. I gave you guys 5 locks last week. 4 of them hit. You also get access to the Discord. In the Discord, we get the live betting. We get the updated props. We get all the best gambling advice anywhere in the known boxing universe for just $5 a month. So join the Patreon. Also, smash the like button. Do all the things that YouTube likes. After you guys do that, head on over to carnivorebar.com. That's carnivorebar.com. Make sure to use promo code BOXING at checkout. That's promo code BOXING at checkout. It's a meal in your pocket. It's the world's only high-fat, grass-finished beef bar that replaces a meal while on the move. It's sourced for years, getting your travel autonomy and freedom back. That's carnivorebar.com. It's the nutrition of a steak, the convenience of a bar. Carnivorebar.com. Use promo code BOXING at checkout to get 10% off. Use promo code BOXING at checkout to save 10%. Carnivorebar.com. All right, let me get through some of these. Let me get a sip of my coffee here. Kachachi fight seems like a trap. I'm staying away from that. It's fair enough. That's the next fight I'm going to do. I'm going to get into the Kachachi tape. Kachachi and Wood, I think is an interesting fight. I don't like that Wood's been so inactive. Wood hasn't fought in a year and a half. Kachachi has impressed me. I'm taking Kachachi in that fight. I need to get to the tape though. I like the over. I like it to go the distance. Kachachi's 36. Keep that in mind. He does have good height. He's 5'10", good reach. Just 8 knockouts in his 23 fights. He's got the win over Warrington. He's got a win over Cordina. I picked him to lose both those fights. At 36, he hasn't faded much. He looks to be at his best now. So Cordina, Warrington wins. Michael Manisi wins. Split decision back in 2022. So he's done well in the last couple of years. Contrast that with Wood, who just hasn't been active. Wood 28-3, 17 knockouts. Obviously carries a lot more power than Kachachi. But he's got a win over Warrington in 2023. That was his last win. And Warrington was up big, and then he got stopped. He's got a win and a loss with Laura. He's got a win, a dramatic win over Conklin. Conlon. He's got a win over Zoo. He's got a loss to Jazzy Dickens in 2020. That's actually his last. The Laura loss. Laura Dickens, and then what's the other loss on his resume? Laura Dickens, and then he lost to Gavin McDonald back in 2014. That was 11 years ago. So I'm not going to count that too much. All right. But I like Kachachi in the fight. He is 36. Lee Wood's no spring chicken either. How old is Lee Wood? Lee Wood, let me look it up. Give me 1 second. Lee Wood is can't find it. Oh, they're both guys are 36. Interesting. Yeah, I definitely like Kachachi in this fight. We'll get to it though. I see that guy on YouTube. I was not sure about him. He's good. I like him. I used to listen to him a lot. He's good. I haven't listened to him in a couple of years, but he's good. Should I try to get him on? Should I try to reach out to him, try to contact him, try to get him on talking about these fights? Do I still need to view the Patreon if I'm on the Discord? Not necessarily. If you're in the Discord, I give you guys everything in the Discord. The Discord is just a lot easier to communicate in. It's a lot easier medium. It's a better user interface. It's just a better experience. When you join the Patreon, you get free access to the Discord. So I'll send you a link to the Discord, and bang, you're ready to go. Rambler, I think Navarrete is probably winning, but I'm taking Suarez as a betting man. Navarrete is overrated. It's a very, very difficult fight. I agree with 79 Pros. Navarrete is overrated, and his odds are way too wide. The fight is way too wide. The odds are way too stacked. It's not worth it at all. Small bet on Suarez is my bet. I agree with this. I agree with this. Let me get to some of these, and then we'll get into it. Suarez at 36. Who was the last fight? He was against a bum. Yeah, 36 is the age to be. Well, Suarez has some decent wins. Agreed. This is Charlie Suarez's biggest fight, best opponent by a country mile. Nothing else is even close. Charlie Suarez has some decent wins. He's got a win over Jorge Castaneda. Castaneda is not a bum. Castaneda has wins over Otha Jones. He's got a win over Yusuf Karamari. He's got a win over Nesta Median. And he's got a very, very close loss, which he rallied all the way back with Orlando Gonzalez in 2023. Jorge Castaneda is not a bum. All right, like let's be fair. Castaneda, it might not be a world beater, but he's not a bum at all. What up, Humble? Yeah, I don't agree with that. I don't think that's a fair statement. What up, Muscles? What's up, Muscles? Lots of UK saying Wood wins. Interesting. How do we feel about the other fight, Humble? Wood wins. I can't see it. How do we feel about Davies and Walker? I just dropped my video on that. I'm taking Walker for this. I don't like both fighters are flawed. I just don't think that Davies is going to knock out Walker, so I think Walker wins more rounds. So unless Davies can get multiple knockdowns, I like Walker in that fight. Yo, Muscles, Humble Crumble. It's good to have everyone aboard. Of course, the Brits are going to say that Kachachi is an Irishman. How much of it has to do with that? I think Kachachi wins. All right, cool. Humble Crumble's on my page. Kachachi ducks Nunez and gave his belt up for double pay. He's a world champion. You can't ever take that from him. He took money. He took the money. He's 36. His career is, he probably hasn't made a ton of money. He's 36. His career is nearing an end. I can't say I blame him. You know, he's 36. His peak earning years are already gone. Right now he's got to try to make up for lost time. He took the money. I'm not going to hate on him for that. Rambo, where can I find Richard Dixon's read on how to buy? It's Richard Dwyer. Good afternoon. It's good to have you, David. Good to have you. Good to have you, of course. Walker wins. Okay, I'm with you. I think Walker wins. I think both guys are flawed, but I think it goes the distance. And if it goes the distance, I can't see Davies winning more rounds. So Both the pillow fisted, but Walker can make it boring. And win for sure. Yeah, I don't know that Davies is pillow fisted. Walker's pillow fisted. I'm watching him and I like this guy. I'm like, why is this guy not that good? It's like, oh, that's right, because he has absolutely zero power. That's why. Okay. We can bet off emotion or pick who we want to win. We have to do our homework and bet to win. Let's get this money this week. We need to get focused and lock up those picks. Barbosa Vasquez did not work out. To be fair, if you're in my Patreon and you're in my Discord, I gave you guys 5 different parlays. 4 of those parlays hit. You took my advice. You did really, really good last week. A lot of people were backing Barbosa. We live bet Teal by decision. Live betting is key. Guys, just join the Discord. If you join the Discord, if you join the Patreon, you get access to the Discord. And for $5 a month, we give you all the live betting. And we've absolutely killed it on the live betting. If you listen to Dwight, I recommend you listen to him at 1.5 speed as he talks slow. Should I try to get Dwyer on? Should I try to message him? Try to get him on my show? Put the two minds together. When Briggs and Irishman fight, I picked the Irishman only fell when Donovan had the bogus DQ. Yeah, that cost me a plus 900 parlay. I had Donovan money line. There's a bunch of like evenish fights. I parlayed them all together. Like 4 of them. Parlayed them all together, and then Donovan was the only one that didn't come through, and it cost me a plus 900 bet. I lost because of that disqualification. All right, let me go through this real quick for the rest of this week. Tomorrow, I'm going to try to go live twice tomorrow. Yeah, I'm going to try to go live twice tomorrow. I think that's reasonable. I'll go live in the afternoon, and then I will go live again at night. Friday, I'll go live in the afternoon. I'll go live again after the fights. And Saturday, I will go live twice. So I'm going to try to go live twice a day the next 3 days. I'm going to definitely try to go twice the next 3 days, and I'm going to bring you a video each day. I just dropped Walker and Davies. That is live. Next, I'm working on Kachachi and Wood. I'm going to bring you the Kachachi and Wood video. That's next. We also have Alan Garcia, Albert Gonzalez, Giovanni Santillan, Sebastian Hernandez, Erickson Lubin, and Holmes. I'm going to try to bring you that one. And I'm also going to try to bring you Fernando Martinez and Kaz Ioka. So that's the next 2 I'm going to try to bring you. I'm going to try to bring you 3 more videos. Yeah, Kachachi, Wood, Lubin, Holmes, and Martinez Ioka. I should be able to bring you 3 more videos this week. I'm going to push. I'm going to grind. I'm going to try to get you out 3 more videos. For sure. So 2 shows a day starting tomorrow. I did 2 on Monday, 1 on Tuesday, 1 on Wednesday. Definitely 2 tomorrow. And I'm going to try to do 2 on Friday, 1 pre and 1 post fight. And then there's 2 cards on Saturday. I'm going to try to bring you 1 after the British cards and then 1 later on in the day. So 2 cards, 2 shows a day. To be fair, the DQ wasn't bogus. Yeah, no, the DQ wasn't bogus. The DQ was legitimate. Jay's not wrong. Donovan was dominating that fight, and he was fighting dirty for no reason. He was hitting with elbows and stuff. Jay's not wrong. It was not an illegitimate. It wasn't a ridiculous DQ. It wasn't. Okay, why not just take a point away? He already took 2 points away from him for throwing elbows. Like 79. I knew that Donovan was playing with fire from the dirty crap he was doing early in the fight. Had he not done that, and he didn't have to, he was fighting the fight of his life. He was winning every single minute of the fight, every one. He was dominating the fight even more than I thought he would. And then he would get points taken and for ridiculous elbows that he threw. Respect, Gary. All love. We can't win them all. And yes, I'm in the Patreon. I'm going on a 30-day winning spree. This week is going to be a big week. Let's go. Moving. Jay's right. Like, as much as I hated the DQ, and as much as Donovan was dominating that fight and fitting to win that fight, and he was dominating the fight for sure. Jay's not wrong. Jay's not wrong. He already taken off a point for pushing, and another point for elbows. He was fighting a really dirty fight, and for no reason. David, it was the only way they could secure the W. Otherwise, he was getting stopped. That's true. That's absolutely true. That's definitely true. He was being outmatched. He was being manhandled. He was beaten down, and he was about to go. He was using his head. He was fighting a dirty fight. He was fighting a very dirty fight, and for no reason. He was dominating the fight for pushing. It wasn't just for pushing. He was fighting a dirty fight. Nick Ball throws people down in deadlocks, and he didn't get DQ, but Donovan pushes. He was throwing elbows. Like 79, he was clearly winning the fight, and he was clearly going to win the fight. But it was just one unforced error. It's like in basketball or in football, when you get a sack and you sack the quarterback 15 yards behind the line of scrimmage, but then you dance on him and elbow drop him, and you get a 15-yard unnecessary roughness penalty, and you just give it right back. You give him the 15 yards, and then you give him the first. So you gave it away. You did everything you were supposed to do, and then you gave it away. It's frustrating. Yeah, but that wasn't doing it intentionally. It's just the way he dips. No. I'm a Donovan fan. He was fighting a dirty fight. I had Donovan money line. The ref was definitely one-sided on that. Yeah, he was dirty. You're right, Jay. I just don't like when fights are in the UK. They have lusting to stop for any reason. That's fair. That's fair. Yeah, refs in the UK are very sensitive. I'm going to keep that in mind moving forward. I think they stop things too early. Yeah, I'm going to admit I'm wrong on this one. Great points, Jay and Gary. I feel you, Gary, but at the same time, stoppage or bogus scorecards never happened to the A side, always the B side. Donovan's not the A side in that fight, Dave? Patty Donovan's the A side in that fight, isn't he? He was a slight betting favorite, I think. It was pretty close to even. You guys tell me, Patty Donovan, Lewis Crocker. You guys over there on the other side of the pond. Patty Donovan and Lewis Crocker. Who's the A side in that fight? That's not what I wanted. Hang on. All right. It was very, very close. It was very, very close. It was very close to even, which I thought was a steal because I knew Donovan was going to do that. And then I ended up losing the bet, right? Look at this. Andreas Katsarakis. Or Roberto Cruz. What card is this on? Oh, this is a red out card. This right here is a very interesting fight. Really interesting fight. Guys, keep an eye on this fight right here. This is the red out card. Keep an eye on this. Boy, that's an interesting card. Gallegos, I like that. Soleimani and Aegis Kavalaskis. Wow. I didn't realize this fight was happening. Nico and Joe Cooper and Dimitri Kunis. Liam Williams, Sam Noakes, Owen Cooper, Chris Congo. I like Chris Congo in this. Ezra Taylor and Troy Jones. I'm not going to be able to get to this tape. Who do you guys like? Ezra Taylor, Troy Jones. That's a really interesting fight. Liam Davies, Kurt Walker. I like Kurt Walker. Kachachi. I like Kachachi. Garcia. Let's take Garcia. I'm a big Garcia fan. He'll bounce back. Giovanni Santillan. Lubin. Moyataya. Suarez. Fernando Martinez. I'm working on a couple of things here. There's definitely a lot of bets that I like. If you guys have any questions, comments, thoughts, super chats, put them out there now. Otherwise, I'm going to run through this. There's a really busy book. Kyle Hayden. Katz. What do you think about Suleiman? I like Suleiman to win that fight. I would lean towards Suleiman to win that fight. We need a video on Katz. If I can get some tape, I'll try to make it. Moving. I will try to make it. I can't promise anything. I'm short on time. Yeah, he's fighting. It's actually the Red Out card, but yeah, he's fighting on his own. Crocker was a minus 126 favorite for the rematch. Crocker is a plus 300 dog. That's the kind of fight it was. Someone in the Discord was asking about Santillan getting upset again. I can't see it. Santillan's fighting nobody. No, I can't see it. No. I can't see it. All right. What up, fast car? Hit the like, people. Good point. I'm doing Lubin and Muay Thai. I like that a lot. I like Lubin and Muay Thai a lot. I really like that bet. I like that bet a lot. What up, TJ? TJ, can you join me tomorrow? Can you go live with me tomorrow, TJ? I'd love to have you on tomorrow. Santillan's a very good fighter. He got upset by one of the best in Brian Norman. Yeah, Santillan's going to win. Santillan's definitely going to win. All right, let me get through some of these. We'll wrap it up, and I will come back for you guys twice tomorrow. All right. No props on that. Alan Garcia, Christian Medina, Kachachi, and Wood. I love the over at minus 195. If you don't like Kachachi, take the over. I definitely like the over on this at 195. Take the over. I like Kachachi. I also love the over. Either one of those, I think, are absolutely good bets. Garcia, I like at minus 2,000. You should feel comfortable with that. I'd lay up the minus 5,000 stuff. Giovanni Santillan, minus 2,500. I feel like you can get in on that as well. Cortez versus Jimenez. I like Cortez. Erickson Lubin and Adriel Holmes. I like Lubin. To me, this is safe. Moyataya and Abdulev. I like Moyataya in this as well. Navarrete and Suarez. Let me see if we have. I like the over in this too. I like the over. In this. I would look at the over on that. Santillan and Beltran, Lubin, Martinez and Ioka. I don't have an over on that. If we can get an over, I like the overs this week, guys. I really, really like the overs. Where's the Lee Wood fight? There it is. I like the over in the Lee Wood fight. And then Kurt Walker, do we have an over on that? We don't. I'm trying to wait for an over on Kurt Walker and Liam Davies. I absolutely like the over in that as well. I like the over, but the British fights. I like the over in the Japan fight, and I like the overs this week, guys. I'm gonna be honest with you. I like the overs this week. I think the overs are gonna be the way to go. Problem I got with Lubin is his inactivity. He ain't fought in over a year because of a hand injury. Yeah, no, I agree. Like I don't love inactivity. What I would say to that is Adriel Holmes isn't on his level. And it's just the athleticism that Lubin has, the naturals, the God givens are going to carry him through Adriel Holmes. I don't really rate Adriel Holmes. Santi was coming up a great win too versus Rocha. The fight before Brian Norman lucky too because he almost got stopped by Boca Chica. Yeah. Yo, I don't have Lubin on my app. Maybe later they will update it. I like Lubin at minus 300. Davies Walker over. Really? Guys, there's a bet right there. Why would that not go over? If you can get an over prop on Davies and Walker, take that. Gary, check out Crazy A. He's like plus 500. He almost beat Neary I remember a couple of years ago. Hang on. Oh, and Yosian. There's so many fights this week. It's plus 550. Sebastian Hernandez. I don't know much about Sebastian Hernandez. Did I go to this card? I did go to that card. I saw him fight on this card. I don't really remember him. Guys, he makes a good point. I don't remember Sebastian Hernandez. I was at one of his cards. As a Hovhannissian, a rugged guy, very good opponent, plus 550. You're looking for an upset-minded bet. That could be the one. Corey Marksman versus Don Beltran seems a good value. I have a question for you, Gary. Devin and Skull fight the same fight over the weekend. Devin won by a mile. Skull lost by a mile. Skull outthrew Canelo by 100 plus and landed the same as him. Yeah. So you're asking me like why the double standard? It's ring generalship. Devin did what he wanted to do, and that was perceived by the judges in that fight. Did you score many differently? It comes down to a matter of ring generalship. Neither guy landed clean shots. Devin controlled the tempo, so Devin got the rounds. In the Canelo fight, you saw wide scorecards. And it's just a very tough fight to score. I scored for Canelo on clean punches. Skull outthrew Canelo, but I believe Canelo outlanded Skull. Is that correct? Can you guys fact check me on that? Canelo landed cleaner shots. I didn't have a problem with either decision, but yeah, you if you wanted to say there's a double standard there, and you know the A side fighters got the benefits of the doubt, you certainly have a point there. But I ask you, David, you watched both fights. How did you score? Did you have a beef with either or both of the scorecards? Kurt Walker barely got past journeyman Darwin Martinez. He's a very good amateur, good for early rounds, but fades. So my thing about TJ, my thing about Kurt Walker is, do you think Davies is going to stop him? If Davies doesn't stop him, Davies is very defensively flawed. He's going to lose the battle of the jabs. If he doesn't stop him, how's he going to beat him? I can't see Davies stopping him. He's got more power than Walker, certainly, but he's not a big hitter. And he got a little bit of pop. And he's just not going to win enough rounds. So, like, I'm taking Walker. Devin statistically landed more, and Jose looked worse. Yeah, like, I get what he was saying, but I got Puma Martinez too. I got Ioka. I get Ioka does well in rematches. Ioka did well in the rematch with Josh Franco because Josh Franco was mentally checked out. I did an interview with him before that fight, and he said, "This is my last fight." And I said, "What does that mean?" At 115, he said, "No, this is my last fight." Then he missed weight, right? He missed weight, and then he didn't want to be there. Like, I love Josh. He's a good friend of mine, but like we knew what was coming. Right? Like Josh was not all the way into that fight. That's why Ioka did well in that rematch. I agree. The first fight with Puma wasn't close. I got Puma all day on that. It wasn't going to give Skull a fight anyway. Canelo had to, yeah. But like honestly, did anyone actually score the fight for William Skull? Did anyone on their scorecard have Skull winning that fight? I didn't. And like you could have it close, and one of the judges had it close. One of the judges had a 15-13, I think, right? 7 rounds to 5. All right. It's a very it was like Regis and Zorrilla. It's just very, very difficult to score. There's not a whole lot to score. There are some interesting fights. We got a busy week of boxing. He's won all of his rematches. Agreed. What was the fight in which he got outclassed and beat up in like he did? What was the fight that he got beat up in and outclassed and dominated? Drew at Franco, lost to Franco, beat Franco. Okay, fine. What other fights are we talking about here? There's a fight where he got beat down. And I'm not Ioka's a Hall of Famer. When Ioka retires, he'll be in the Hall of Fame. I just don't know what comparable Revico. Okay. Felix Alvarado. Okay, like he fought Revico in 2015. That was 10 years ago. And then he beat him again in 2015. Like these are years ago. This is 10 years ago. I think that's what we're using. Palikte, did he rematch with Palikte? No, he never rematched with Palikte. That Palikte fight was really, really interesting. It was a really interesting fight. I just okay. I seen somewhere that Navarrete might be retiring soon. Could be good news for Suarez. Agreed. If you're talking about retiring, you're already retired. Watch Liam Davis versus Baluta. He fought well on the back foot and front foot. He's got good combinations and work rate. He handled Baluta better than anyone else recently. It's fair enough. Canelo landed one more than Skull. I had Haney winning easy. Had Canelo Skull a draw. You could have. I'm fine with that. Canelo Skull a draw is fine. Still made money because I took Canelo decision. I know boxers, so I knew they would give it to him. But all right, no, that's a fair take, Ryan. David. I think Liam could win a point or KO. He's a 12-round fighter. Also, the A side. I can't see him knocking him out. Okay, we'll see. I think Kurt Walker's got a lot of skills. He's a good combination puncher. He works his angles. He's got a really good jab. It's a long jab. He knows how to control distance. I just think he's going to win more rounds. I like the over, though. I definitely like the over. David, I agree with all of that. Skull controlled it with movement, and Canelo couldn't cut him off. Canelo could not cut the ring off at all. Not even a little bit. All right, guys. I got to wrap this up. If you have any last minute questions, comments, thoughts, super chats, let me know now. I'm working on Kachachi and Wood. I'm gonna start that. Davies and Walker is live. You guys check that out. I'm going to wrap this up now. It's May 27th, 2025 from Texas to the world. Thank y'all and God bless.
Don't miss a tweet, post, story, or video. 3D Boxing is on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Hit the subscribe button now to stay inside the ring.